This is the class of Module 4 of the same chapter, chapter number 11, Basic Geometrical Ideas. Today we are going to learn regarding the measurement of angles. And the topics of today's discussions are measuring angles by using protractor. There are the different degrees of measurement of an angle, the different degree measures of an angle, then comparing the angles. How can we compare? There are three methods we can use: by observation, or by tracing, or by using a compass. And the final topic is types of different angles, such as right angle, straight angle, acute angle, obtuse angle, zero angle, complete angle, and the reflex angle, last one. And this is the chart of different angles. I would like to start from this table of different angles and how can we measure, or what is the degree measure of such kind of angles. Such as first angle is zero angle. The measure of zero angle is 0. The lowest value and the highest value or degree measure of zero angle is 0. And we can represent zero angle through this geometrical figure. There is the angle QOP or POQ, clear? And this angle is known as zero angle. Thereafter there another angle is acute angle, and it is greater than definitely 0 but less than 90. Mind it, acute angle greater than 0 but less than 90 degree, and this is the geometrical figure. This is the angle of 30 degree. The third one is right angle, and it is measured by 90 degree. It is the exact measure of angle. Right angle is exact measure of angle, and that is the value of that degree measure is 90 degree. And this is the figure of 90 degree. Obtuse angle, it is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Obtuse angle is greater than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. And this is the figure of obtuse angle. Straight angle, it is exactly 180 degree. It is double of right angle. Mind it. Straight angle is double of right angle. Two right angles equal to one straight angle, because the degree measure of straight angle is 180 degree and right angle is 90 degree exactly. And this is the geometrical figure. We can represent the straight angle in this way. There are two right angles, 90 degree and plus 90 degree. And the reflex angle, it is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Reflex angle is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. And this is the geometrical figure. We can draw the figure. Now the last one is the complete angle, and this is exactly the 360 degree angle. Or we can say a circle, the degree measure of a circle or one revolution is 360 degree. This is the one revolution or the circle, and the degree measure of this circle or one revolution is 360 degree. Now in detail we are going to discuss from the page number 164 the different types of angles. The first is right angle. As I mentioned earlier, this is an angle of magnitude of 90 degree exactly. If we consult this face of clock, there are two hands. One hand is at 12 and another hand is at 3. The angle formed between these two hands of the clock is 90 degree. and in this way, in geometrical sense, in geometrical figure, we can represent the 90 degree. To represent 90 degree, generally square, this is square is used. A small square symbol, a small square symbol is used to represent 90 degree. Clear? What is 90 degree? 90 degree angle is an angle of magnitude exactly 90 degree. Straight angle. Consulting this geometrical figure, if we focus on this straight angle, we will see that there are two different rays, OP and OQ. Now straight angles is an angle which of magnitude of exactly 180 degree. That means it is double 90 degree angle. Its measures is equal to 2 right angle. Its measure is equal to 2 right angles, that means 180 degree. When the arms of an angle are opposite rays, there are two opposite rays, OP and OQ. These are the arms of an angle, of straight angle. The two opposite arms of straight angles forming a straight line. And this on this straight line there is the formation of an angle, and this angle is known as the straight angle. Once again I repeat, the arms of an angle are opposite rays. Here the case is OP and the OQ rays, and they will form a straight, and they will be formed on the straight line. Clear? They will be formed on a straight line, and finally they will form the angle of straight, the straight angle, and this is measured in 180 degree, and this 180 degree is equal to 2 right angles. Therefore we can say 2 right angles is equal to 1 straight angle. Acute angle, this is the angle of magnitude less than a right angle. Clear? This is the angle of magnitude less than a right angle. This is known as the acute angle. This is the figure. This is the 60 degree angle, and this is known as acute angle, and this is definitely less than 90 degree or right angle. Obtuse angle is an angle of magnitude more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. This is the geometrical figure. Mind it, obtuse angle is greater than 90 degree right angle and less than 180 degree, or we can say less than straight angle. Clear? This angle is obtuse angle. Zero angle. Now see, zero angle is a kind of angle that is formed if we consult this geometrical figure, figure 11 1.33. Figure 11.33, there are two rays, OP ray, OP ray and OQ ray. When an angle is formed between these two rays, OP ray and OQ ray, this angle is known as zero angle. And the measure of this zero angle is 0. Clear? Now see, if we elaborate this geometrical figure in a sense, we can easily understand that if we take, suppose, OQ ray. OQ ray is here in this figure taking different types of positions like OQ1, OQ2, OQ3, etc. And when this OQ ray is taking such kind of different positions, such as OQ1, OQ2, OQ3. It also at the same time producing the different bigger type of angles. Suppose O QOQ1, this is the angle. QOQ2, this is the bigger angle. QOQ3, this is also the bigger angle. That means whenever OQ ray is taking its position differently, such as OQ1, OQ2, OQ3, its angle is also becoming bigger and bigger as compared to the previous one. Clear? As in this case, when OQ has not yet moved, OQ, OP, then the angle formed between OP and the OQ is known as the zero angle, excluding this one. QOQ1, QOQ2, QOQ3, these are not the zero angles, but QOP is the zero angle. Now what is complete angle? The measure of complete angle is 360 degree, mind it. It is double, it is the angle of 360 degree and it is double of straight angle. The measure of straight angle is 180 degree, clear? And it is double of the straight angle. Two straight angles will be equal to one complete angle, and the measure of on the degree measure of the one complete angle is 360 degree. Generally, when we consider a complete revolution or a complete circle is formed, then we can say this is a complete angle. By consulting this figure 11.34, when OQ ray, this is the OQ ray, makes a complete revolution or circle, OP ray is making the complete revolution or one circle, then it will form an angle of 360 degree. And the angle is formed between OP ray and the OQ ray. And considering this OP ray and OQ ray, if we also consider the same time the complete circle or the complete revolution, this complete revolution or complete circle of OP and OQ ray is 360 degree. And this will be known as the complete angle. The measure of complete angle is 360 degree. Now reflex angle. Reflex angle is an angle of magnitude of degree more than 180 degree. That means more than straight angle, but will be less than 360 degree. That means complete angle. Once again I repeat, reflex angle is an angle of magnitude of degree more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. This is known as the reflex angle. Now another topic is how do we or how can we measure the different angles. The answer is by using protractor. Now we have to learn something about the protractor. The definition of protractor is an instrument or device that is used to measure the different degree of the angles. And what are the important features of protractor? Such as protractor is a semicircular, not full circular, semicircular transparent instrument. You may consult the figure 11.21 or 11.22. This is the protector, and this is the device that is used to measure the different angles, the degrees of different angles. And it is a semicircular. If we consider the base point here, this is definitely a semicircular but not a circle. Clear? Therefore we can say it is a semicircular transparent instrument. It has a baseline. This is the baseline and this is the base point, or we can say center point. This is the baseline and this is the center point or the base point. Now there are angles which are marked from 0 to 180 degree. 0 to 180 degree, from right to left, or from left to right, 0 to 180 degree. That means 0 to 180 degree angles are marked from either from the left side or from the right side. From the left side, the marking of 0 to 180 degree, this scale will be known as inner scale, but from the left side, the marking of 0 to 180 degree, this scale will be known as the outer scale. That means protector has two kinds of scales. One is inner scale, another one is outer scale. Inner scale is considered from the right hand side, from 0 degree to 180 degree, and from the left hand side, the outer scale is considered from 0 degree to 180 degree. This is the outer scale and this is the inner scale. And see, at the base point there is the mark of 90 degree angle, 90 degree on the both side, on the left hand side or on the right hand side. And in order to measure any angle, we have to first place the protector properly. You can consider this diagram. This is the measuring of 37 degree of an angle by placing or using the protector. That means we can easily measure any angle by using this protector. Now, degree measure of an angle. This is another topic. As we know that angles are measured in degree, 0 degree, then 10 degree, suppose 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, 360 degree, etc. Always remember one thing, that one complete rotation or one complete circle will provides 360 degree. That means one complete rotation will be responsible for formation of an angle, and the measure of that angle is 360 degree. You may consider this figure. There is the complete rotation or the formation of circle, and the measure of the degree of this angle, if we say O, is 360 degree. That means one complete revolution or rotation equal to 360 degree. Now considering this figure 11.25, this is a clock, and if we consult the face of the clock, there are two hands or arms, and between these two arms the time is 10 o'clock. Clear? And there is an angle, and this angle is exactly 2 by 12 of the circle. If we fully consider this circle, the position of the two hands 10 and 12, the time is 10 o'clock, and the angle will be exactly 2 by 12 of that circle. Clear? That means 12 by 2 into circle means one circle means 360 degree. Then we have to multiply 2 by 12 into 360 degree. That means the measure of that angle between two hands, smaller hands, our hand and the minute hands, is 2 by 12 into 360 degree. Answer is 60 degree. Is this clear? We can easily find the degree measure of the angle that has been formed between the two hands of the clock, our hand and the minute hand. How? By calculating the angle, by calculating the degree of the angle that has been formed between these two arms, our hand and the minute hand. And the time is 10 o'clock. This 10 o'clock time will denote exactly 2 by 12 of the circle. And the degree of the circle is 360 degree. Then we have to multiply 2 by 12 into 360 degree. Then we will get the answer is 60 degree. In similar way, we can also measure the angle at the time 1 a.m. or the 1 p.m. and we will get the answer is 30 degree. Here 1 by 12 into 360 degree. This is 1 o'clock. Clear? 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. we will get 1 by 12 into 360 degree. Answer is 30. Or we can also measure the angle of the time 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. 3 by 12, clear, into 360 degree. Answer is 90 degree. Clear? Now the last topic of today's discussion is comparing angles. Yes, we can easily compare the two or more than two angles. Now, what do we mean by the word comparing angles? Never forget that comparing angles means to compare the measure of those two angles. Once again I repeat, comparing angles means comparing the degree measure of the angles. That's it. But we should not consider the length of the arms that will decide the measure of the angle. It is wrong. We should not consider the length of the arms in a sense that they will measure the degree of the angle. It is wrong. Actually, the comparing of angles depends on the amount of rotation or the revolution of the angles. If the amount of rotation is greater, the amount of angle or the degree of measure of the angle will be greater, or vice versa. Therefore, we can say both the rotations of the angles will be considered to compare the both of the angles. If both the rotations of the two angles that we are going to compare are equal, then we will say these angles are equal. If they are not, if their rotation are not equal, we will say these are not equal. But never forget, the comparison or comparing of angles means the comparing of the measures of the angles, and the measure of the angles or degree measure of the angles will depend on the amount of the rotation or revolution of the angle. If the rotation or revolution of angle is greater, then the degree measure of that angle will be also greater. But the length of the arms of the angle will not decide or cannot be able to decide the measure of the angle. Mind it. Now there are three different ways we can use to measure for comparing the angles. Number one is by observation method. Although this method is not advisable or it is not an exact method, Simply we have to observe the extent of opening, and we can easily say which angle is smaller or larger. Suppose there are two angles given here, BAC or CBA and FED. Now the openings, angle CBA, the opening of this angle is smaller than the openings of the angle FED. It is larger one and it is smaller one. Therefore, we can say angle FED is larger than the angle CBA. How? By observing the opening between the two arms of the two angles. This is the smaller opening between the two arms CB and AB, and this is the larger opening of the two arms FE and ED. By considering these two openings of this of the two arms of these two angles, we can easily observe or compare the angles. There are also another two types of method, such as by tracing and by using a compasses. By using a compasses, we can easily compare the two angles. How? In this case, first we have to draw the arcs between the two arms. For this angle CBA, the arc is QP. We have to draw this first arc with the same radius between these two hands, and with the same radius, similar kind of arc we must have to be drawn for the second angle. Clear? Yes, sir. Once again I repeat, we for using a compass to measure, to compare the two angles by using a compass, we first must have to draw the arcs with same radius. In this figure, QP and SR, these are the two arcs with same radius. Clear? And therefore we have to measure the distance of the arcs, QP distance and the SR distance. Definitely QP distance is smaller than the SR distance. Therefore we will say that angle ABC is definitely less than angle DEF or FED. Thanks for watching.